What is up, y'all? Jess here with Back to Roots Farms. We've had an interesting couple of days. A very frustrating, interesting couple of days. Long story short, we are getting out of pigs for right now. I have somebody that's supposed to come and get our last two, hopefully the last two tonight. We try to get rid of them because since we have processed our big pig Maple, who was a huge Yorkshire, they have not stayed in their pen. My husband says he thinks that they're looking for Maple. I don't know. But they have broken our water line in the past 2 days a minimum of 5 times. And it's not working out anymore for us. That being said, I don't think it's going to be a long-term thing that we're out of pigs. Just until we figure out a way to keep them in. So while we were trying to get them rounded up last night, I was going to have somebody come pick them up last night, and the pigs had other ideas. Because, why not? Why not? They broke out of their pen. One has escaped that I have no idea where it is. At this point, I think he might just be wild now. I don't know. Or that, or we'll end up as bacon strips. Don't know. Can't find him. I guess he doesn't want to go to a new home. However, the other one, I have managed by its own bright idea to be trapped in our triangle coop that was intended for quail. And there are no quail because of predators. So he's locked in there for now. Let me see if I can get this camera to turn around so y'all can see him. It's overgrown up here, but here he is. He has decided in all of his wonderful glory that is where he's going to stay until the people decide to come and get him this afternoon. That being said, because we are a farm in a homestead, the folks that are coming to get him might very well shoot the one that I can't get in and just process it themselves. I've tried repeatedly. Pigs are one of those things that don't deal well with stress, so if I continuously run him, it's very likely that he might have a heart attack and die, which would then mean that he would end up being processed anyways for food. So I'm just walking the property right now to see if maybe he's decided that he wanted to grace me again with his presence. Because while I am ready for them to be gone, them being gone, wandering are either neighbors' properties or people that I don't know's properties, or being eaten by a predator is not really the best use for all this time that I have put into him. So I would much rather him go to his new home and be a happy pig for somebody else until he's either used for breeding. I think they said they were going to use one of them for breeding because they're both males. So either it was going to be one for breeding and one for eating, or both for eating. And it doesn't look like he has decided to come back yet. So we will see. I did let them know the issues that we were having with them. And it sounds like they have maybe either more experience with pigs or a better game plan than I do. I'm generally a very bullheaded person, and my game plans are never really thought too much through, and they're more of just get in, get out, grab what you can, and that does not work for pigs. Works for other animals like chickens and goats, and it's even worked for cows, but apparently either pigs are more intelligent than me, or they need a gentler hand than I am, and they just don't work for me. It does not work for me at all. He normally comes back for food, but with us chasing him around last night, he doesn't trust me anymore. Can't say that I blame him, but that hopefully soon will not be my problem anymore. And I will redirect my attention to fine-tuning some things around here. So probably one will be the garden. It started with well intentions, but there are things that we just didn't get done until after the heat of summer set in. And another thing will probably be the chickens. I'll probably slim down on a bunch of chickens. I was selling eggs to people for a while, but with the time that I'm now taking to do such things as like classes and educating other people, the maintaining of a huge flock of chickens on our little 1.5 acre plot of land just isn't feasible at this point. It would probably do better if I was able to do something like pasture raised chickens versus them being in a coop that they also escape. That's the theme here. The theme is that everything does not stay where it's supposed to. I will say that at least with the chickens, if they get out, it's not as destructive as when pigs get out. But we are going to probably pivot into something new. We had put in a grant in order to get a hoop house with the Department of Ag for Georgia. So if that happens, then we will definitely dive headfirst into a lot more of gardening and growing things and probably ramp up production on that. If not, probably much to my husband's dislike, the next thing that I get into may just end up being sheep. I have a spinning wheel that I was just so graciously given by somebody else, that it was kind of a family heirloom, but it was never something that she was going to utilize. So she decided to bless me with it instead, which I appreciate that so much because I have been wanting to get into spinning fiber for such a long time. And it definitely seems like not only that she blessed me with it, but that God made it a possible thing for it to be. So we might add sheep soon. Husband says no to alpacas. I hear how alpacas are harder to raise. Very wormy in our area. And I don't think that worms are something that I really want to battle with. I think sheep are a little bit more resilient. There's always a hot debate as to whether sheep or goats are the more resilient or the more trying to kill themselves animal. My goats were pretty resilient. I never lost any to parasite, but sheep would be kind of a new learning curve, I guess. And the only other thing that I might pivot into is get back into bees. We had 2 hives at one point. They left. Don't know why they left. I could never find the swarm or anything, but I know they didn't die in the hive. So that means that they didn't die because of, mites or other issues going on with the hive. More than likely, they hatched a new queen. We saw some queen cells that were in there. More than likely, they probably hatched a new queen, and that new queen did not like my Southern hospitality, so she left. So that might be something else that I get back into. But I don't know. All I know is that I'm going to enjoy my coffee. Try to find this one best pig. I've got at least one locked up, which is the one that if they have to use it for breeding, I would probably say the temperament is better for. I hear rustling. Big pig! If it didn't respond, it may not be him. But thanks for listening to my frustrated rant about everything happening in life right now. It definitely hits you all at once, and last night was a very emotional night for me, trying to get pigs unsuccessfully, but we're here. We're going to figure it out. We're going to make it work. Till I see you guys next time. Have a blessed day. If you have tips on pigs and how to keep them in, I am all ears. Please let me know.